Grand Rising, Divine Legends. Welcome to my practice that I'm sharing this afternoon. We are going to be using our strap or our belt. So I would say push pause and go grab some kind of strap, belt, some long rope if you have, that can work too. But we want something longer than the span of fingertip to fingertips. You want it to be a little bit longer than that winged span on your body. And we're going to start in seated position using the strap for the upper body first, and then we're going to lay back and use the strap for the lower body and just get into some really juicy stretches after sitting at a desk for some hours. Perhaps it's you driving in a car for some hours, or sitting at a table studying for some hours if you're a student. But this is meant to take our prop, get into the body deeper with the breath, holding some postures and really lengthening out, stretching out, bringing balance back into our systems through this short practice. So with that, let me, spiritual mind treatment, pray us in, knowing that my words are powerful and that I truly want and intend for this practice to go out to many to enjoy the benefits that yoga brings into our experience, mind, body, soul. Taking those hands, rubbing them together. If you so desire to remind yourself, powerful creator, that you actually are, just by rubbing those hands, we create some heat. You can keep that heat together, or you can place one hand at the heart and the other on top. Today, I'm going to keep my palms pressing in, feeling that heat between my hands, closing the eyes down, shoulders are soft around and away from the ears. And the belt is a little bit tight around your waist to protect your low back as we sit here and breathe. Taking a big inhale. Letting that go. And in that breath, I come back into the remembering of the oneness, the unity with love, that it is love. At the end of the day, it is always love. And that I am that love in motion. And as I share my practice today and get back into the body and stretch and balance and come back into that magical middle of equilibrium, of equanimity, of pure serenity, truly knowing what a powerful creator we are from that place, knowing we can access it so easily on the mat through the asanas, the postures, with the breath, knowing it's always the breath, the life force, the pranayama that takes us back to that infinite place of peace beyond the finite understanding. And so knowing that this practice will go out to many to enjoy coming back into the body, coming back into that infinite peace, becoming that which we so much want to see all around us, lifting this up into the divine mind with so much gratitude to share the practice. So let's get that strap, roll the shoulders back away from the ears, and we're going to get into the shoulders right away. So I want you to take that strap and grip it as wide as you need to bring your hands. I'm going to get a little shorter. I know I can take a little shorter length there. As we come up, maybe you come back behind you today. Maybe you're not quite there. That's okay. You take that as far up and back as feels good, and you go slow. And so we're just going slow here. Keeping that belt tight around our waist to protect the low back, but getting into the shoulders with this flossing motion back and forth. Maybe it is just up here and back down, but that feels so good. It doesn't have to be as big of a range of motion as I'm doing. Make it work for your body and enjoy how good that feels in your shoulders right now. So taking some big breaths while we're here. You're gonna take one more big breath, as many cycles as that may entail for you. Then we're gonna all meet on an inhale, lift those arms up overhead, stay here, and lean over to the left side. Just hold on to that strap. Feel that resistance, and you're stretching through that right side of your body. If your hip is lifting up, you've gone too far. You got to come back. Keep your hips connected to the mat, getting into that side seat a little bit. And we're going to turn the head slowly over each shoulder as best you can. Go slow, go slow, go slow. There's no rush in this at all. Just turning that neck, letting go, some tension in there. One more time with the head. Inhale up all the way straight through your spine, and then we'll just exhale, go to that other side, and we're going to hang there for a little bit. Again, you've gone too far if your hip is lifting up nice and long through your spine, not crunching anywhere, just leaning, using that resistance to pull that arm up towards your ear. And then we'll turn the neck again, slowly looking over each shoulder. Go very slow here. Stay in your breath. Next inhale brings you up. Take that strap down in front of you, and we're going to twist just a little bit here before we come onto the back. So inhaling, spreading the fingers to the whole side of the body, engages, and we'll twist off to this left side first. With that exhale, inhale, reach up. Exhale, twist. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, twist. Tall through the spine, twisting through the waist, looking over the shoulder. Inhale, up. Exhale, twist. One more each side. Inhale, up. Exhale, twist. Last one. Inhale, up. And exhale, twist. And then a little bit of ab work to come down onto our back. So find that length behind you where you'll set the spine down. You're going slower than you want to go. So it's just some quick ab work I can get in. Turning your whole transverse abdominal chain on. Legs can stay slightly bent or go long for really intense. And you're just creeping your upper body down. Breathe. When you can't take it any longer, let it go. Reach overhead, point your toes, let the whole front of your body stretch, 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 stretch. Feel it through the shoulders, through the hips. Wiggle your hips a little bit, release through your waist. And then exhale, bring your hands down. We're going to bring the right leg into the chest. Draw the strap around the ball of the foot or arch, wherever it feels more comfortable, but in that general middle part of your foot. And then before we go anywhere, we're just going to point and flex the foot and roll the ankle out both directions. Getting into that ankle first. Stay in your breath. Long inhales, long, smooth exhales, committing to the bottom of your exhale every breath cycle. Good. Bring your foot into a flex position. Take the left hand and grab the strap near the foot. You're going to turn your heel in towards your chin and your toes out for the outside of your body. Draw the leg over 1 inch, cross that midline in your body. You're in your IT band area. Use your fingers on your right hand to massage into that area along the IT band. So you want to get really deeply massaging on either end of the IT band, knowing that's where you'll get some movement, breaking up myofascia, stretching the muscles that hold each side of your IT band. One more breath here. We're going to come wide first. So we're going to switch the hand that's on the strap. We're going to come out wide. Keep a bend in that knee as you draw that leg out. You can anchor this hip down with your left hand if you feel that hip's popping up. Otherwise, your arm can go long out to the side of you. And then we're going to hold this and breathe. And you're going to decide if you want to move with me. So a little bit of movement. It's going to look like this. Let me make more room for myself on this side. So there's a slight bend in that knee. And the first movement is you're going to push your heel out. You're going to slightly bend your knee again. And you're going to push your heel out. One more time, slightly bend that knee. Push that heel out and just notice, did you get deeper? And breathe into that. Take one more breath here. Releasing out of the body. We're trying to lengthen and release. Relax and release. Before we draw that leg up, tighten that belt around your waist to protect your low back. So engage your abs, then draw that leg up. We're going to bend the knee and take the leg across. But I want you to stack your hips. You're going to have to dig your left heel in first to stack your hips. The other hand will grab your strap. As that left leg lengthens out, your right leg comes over. You have your hips stacked on top of each other. And your spine then stays long and your shoulders can stay connected to your mat. We're in our supine twist. We're gazing down that right long arm. You can stay right here and breathe. You can also move with me if you want. We're going to do the same thing that we did on the other side. So you have a slight bend in your knee. We'll start by pushing your heel out. Slightly bend the knee again. Push the heel out. Last time, slightly bend. Push the heel. Breathe into that. Notice if you're deeper. Be careful for your neck. You don't want to look too hard and feel your neck pinching, right? You can always look up. Take some pressure off the neck. Final breath. Tighten that belt around your waist to protect your low back as you come back onto the back, drawing that leg up toward the sky. Both hands on that strap. Take that right hand closer to the foot. Draw the left hand behind the calf, and you're going to lift up, bring your nose toward your knee, draw that leg as close as you can to your face. Take one more breath. Exhale all the way. Setting back down, releasing that leg out of the strap. And we're going to do a little bit bridge flow between sides just to even things out and keep releasing out of the body. So draw the heels in toward the glutes. Knees are parallel to your hips, hands are down by the side. With your next inhale, hips up, arms overhead. We exhale, slowly bring it all the way back down, lengthening the tailbone out at the end, and we'll curl up again with the inhale, sweeping arms slowly overhead, pushing hips up, feeling that stretch down the whole quad, maybe even to the top of the knee, exhaling slowly down, one vertebrae at a time, releasing the tailbone all the way at the end. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Two more. Release your right leg, find your strap, left foot now into the strap about midway, arch or ball, take that foot up and move the foot first, point, flex, roll that foot out, enjoy that stretch down into your ankle. It should feel so good to release down in there. Our feet do so much for us all day long. We thank these feet. That IT band stretch first. So flexing the foot, right hand grips close to the foot, heel turns in, toes turn out. Draw the foot 1 inch over the midline of the body. Keep that foot flexing. You're in that IT band stretch, and we're starting to massage on either end, using that left hand to get into the myofascia, that webbing system that encases our whole body. It really is our first layer that senses everything. One more breath here. Coming out wide first. So we're going to switch the hand that guides the strap. Keep a slight bend in that knee, coming out as far as it feels right for your body. Just noticing if your other hips popping up, anchoring it down with that hand if you need to. Find where you can hold and breathe. You can stay right there. Start to move with me, pushing that heel out and then slightly bending the knee and pushing the heel and slightly bending the knee and pushing the heel and just noticing and breathing. Tighten that belt as you draw that leg back up. The other hand grabs the strap. We're going to bend that knee slightly. Dig that heel in to stack our hips as that leg's coming across. Lengthening that right leg back out. That left leg lands somewhere. Spine is long. Left arm long. We gaze down that left side, knowing we can turn the head up to the ceiling sky if we need less pressure there in our neck area. Breathing here, holding that stillness if that's what you need, or coming with me into a little bit of movement. So pushing that heel out, slightly bending the knee, pushing the heel, Slightly bending, pushing and hold and breathe. Tighten the belt, rolling back onto the back. One last stretch for this leg. We'll take the left hand close to the foot, right arm comes behind that calf. We're going to lift that upper body, bring that nose towards your knee, draw the leg in, take one more breath. Exhaling all the way. And release. Bring your feet a little wider to the edges of your mat. Palms will be resting by the body. Palms up or down if that feels more comfortable to you. And we're coming right into Shavasana. Out of those deep up lower body stretches. Knowing that I was really wanting to just put up a short practice to bring that balance quickly back into my body, feeling stretched out, feeling grounded, feeling at peace once again. Spending a few more moments with your breath. Start to deepen the breath here. My first movement is going to be just a gentle turning of the head over each shoulder. I'm going to stay in the breath. When I'm ready, I'll come through center with my head, let it be still, and draw each knee in one at a time, taking my time, maybe rolling ankles out. to rock a little bit across my low back as it feels so good. I might decide which side of my mat that I'm going to land in a fetal position. I'm going to lift that arm that I decide to land on so my head has a little pillow to rest on when I get there. And then I like taking my free hand on my heart and just expressing gratitude for the practice, just giving myself thanks for committing to coming back to the mat over and over and over to truly become the best version of who I came here to be. Take that free hand onto the earth, push yourself up. We find a seated position where we'll take a final breath together, knowing that we have access to that infinite peace beyond the finite understanding that brings us so much joy, truly, to find that and be in that flow. So we'll take a final inhale of this infinite peace in which we move and breathe and have our being, receiving it deeper into our hearts to share with our families, our friends, our neighbors, even those that trigger us. The light in me honors, cherishes, delights, and that same light in you, Namaste, in Divine Legend. Namaste. Be the peace. Be the peace. Be the peace we want to see in this world. Be the peace. Bless.